going on, everybody? It's your boy Benjamin. Welcome you to this week's episode of Recap, brought to you exclusively on YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, hit that subscribe button down below. Give us a like if you like what you see, because that's the biggest way to stay up to date on everything that's going on in the Hack Club Recap Cinematic Universe. But, of course, I never do this show alone. Gotta bring in my wingman, Free Taylor.
What's going on, Ben? Happy to be here. This is obviously, we're recording this in the recap and the aftermath of everything that happened with Ole Miss and Miami. Crazy game. I thought one of the best games of the playoffs so far.
I agree with that.
Very close contested. Shouts out to both teams. This is not a dynamic duo. We got to bring in our third musketeer, AB.
Hey, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for not just hats, but football this weekend. It's gonna go crazy.
Yeah. Friday, you guys are excited for my emotional meltdown that's probably going to occur tonight while I'm just like heaters outside. So I see how it is.
I'm excited.
But I mean, I think it's gonna be it's been a crazy, couple weeks of football, like from the NFL season ending, head coach firings. And this is the times I miss bench warmers, but definitely things you guys can talk to us about in the comments, as well as the cool hats that you see during today's episode. Great things to talk about, and definitely don't want to sleep on these. And speaking of sleep, Ben, I think it's time for
Side Sleepers.
I already know, guys. Let's get into it. So for those of you guys that are new to the Hack Club Recap Cinematic Universe, welcome. We have a very exciting website. If you have an internet browser, a computer, a smartphone, you just go up to your address bar, www.hackclub.com, and it brings you here. Hack Club Blue Ice, collection up close. If you are just a little bit more streamlined and new school, we also have an app where we sometimes drop some app exclusives. And who knows, maybe today's episode, we might show you guys our first app exclusives of 2026.
Hey,
really, really cool things to get into. So there's two ways to see what's new at Hack Club. We have the new hyperlink right up here in the banner. You can click that and it'll take you to a new arrivals page of sorts. It's right next to your rewards. If you are on Hack Club shopping, whether it's on the app or online, make sure you sign into your Hack Club account. You accumulate points on all of your purchases. And if you have an order that's over 75, like this nifty banner says up here, you get free shipping. And who doesn't like free? We have a wish list once you sign in, a search bar if you want to search keyword or specifically for a team. And if you are a little bit lazy, like I am sometimes, you can also shop by drops. You can shop by league, lifestyle if you're into Fear of God, Brixton, Field Grade, Hui, any of those types of things. Definitely ways for you to get there. Godspeed as well. We have accessories like brim benders. Some of those GWPs may not unfortunately be there, but some other things like hat carriers, hat care kits. And I promise you guys, I did not rehearse this, but looks like this are also available up there to take care of your new Hack Club purchases. So all that stuff is great. And the second way that you can also see what's new is from the new Arrivals tab, which is also right here. So if we click View All, we can tap in on what's new and what's coming to Hack Club's online website and apps, because most of the time, if it's not an app exclusive, you can see the same things on the website that you will see on your app. So here we obviously have the Blue Ice Pack, Blue Ice Collection that's just recently dropped. All of these are NHL inspired. We have the Toronto Maple Leafs, Winnipeg Jets, Colorado Avalanche, Rangers, you name it, we probably got it. But my A-frame aficionados, I told you guys this week was going to be your guys' week on Side Sleepers, and I am a man of my word. Well, Hack Club, we are people of our word. So, para mi gente out there, we definitely got the Mexico Eagle Mexico patch snapback hat. So very, very nice hat. We released this one a little bit last year around the time of the World Baseball Classic, and still we have some time. That's why we're able to produce these hats. Very, very nice mossy green and dark green. Snap feature on the back, top green, top squanchy. We have the Eagle, which to me, this is probably one of my favorite logos I think that we've done of Mexican hats. Also have the Mexico side patch with the country outline and that very nice metallic pewter and metallic gold on that side. This is a gray UV, and for $45, you cannot beat it. And, maybe if you're like, Tef, I like spice, I like diversity, I like variety in my adjustables. Well, listen here, I got something for you. We have the Mexico medallion. So to me, the only thing that would make this hat better is if I actually had a medallion wearing it around my neck when I wore this hat. but a very, very nice put together hat. Black crown, black top visor, red squanchy up there, red UV, kind of reminder of the Louis V collection that we've done, but in an adjustable format. Blacked out, new era flag. And this is a close-up look at that medallion front logo. Very, very nice. Gives me almost Temple of Doom vibes, Indiana Jones vibes. Very, very nice hat. And then Mexico legend in the Mexican flag. Colors, the gold, the green, the red. Very, very nice. And then the Hat Club over the adjustable feature on the back, which is something that we don't do very often, but I think is a really, really nice touch on this hat. And for those that are thinking, hey, man, you know, I like a little bit of a remix of the old and new, I would like to direct your attention to the Mexico Aztec Quetzalcoatl side patch. Here we have that good, very, very Mexico accent over the E. And we have the green, the white, and the red new era side patch flag. I have the Quetzalcoatl graphic here, metallic pewter, red, and that metallic green on the outside. Very, very nice. I know that my AP Spanish teacher will be proud that I was able to say Quetzalcoatl for 45. Again, can't beat it. And it also kind of gives me a flashback to Horror Pack 2, specifically the Mets that we released. Two iconic slasher films going head to head on that hat. So definitely when I saw this, definitely was a good hat to add to the collection for sure. And then obviously, you know, the fun continues. We have some of these hats you guys have seen before. We've done the burnt orange, almost campfire looking A-frame Mexico World Baseball Classic hat. We've also done the Real Tree Varieties 4. And then recently we also have done Real Tree Arizona Diamondbacks pink top visor, pink top squanchy, and then on top of that, Real Tree print for the crown. As you guys know, with Real Tree, each of these are going to be unique, so all the printing is not going to be the same. Very, very nice drop shadow pink. You got that metallic silver in there as well as that lavender for the scales. It's a close-up look at it. Ooh, that metallic copper in there as well. This side patch, the 2001 World Series, very well put together. I like this hat a lot. I think of the few that are there, I think this would definitely be one of the ones I would definitely scoop up immediately. And for 45, it doesn't get any better than that. But if Arizona is not your thing, we have LA, we have New York, and we also do have SF. In addition to that, we have some other hats and some similar colors that you guys may have seen, color story reminiscent perhaps, have some A-frame LA, Diamondback, San Francisco Giants, as well as the New York Yankees. We have a few more A-frames for the Mexico World Baseball Classic, some black and graphite. And then we also have more of like this variety pack here again. So you have that red snapback. We really went A-frame crazy this week as far as dropping some great different types. It just is a really nice everyday hat. I have people ask me all the time, where would you want to start if you're buying a hat? I think like this is a great hat to start with. You have brown, you have seashell, you have the red, white, and blue in the side patch. Very, very nice hat. I think if you're starting your collection off, good one to get started with. And if you're new to adjustables, I think this is a great one to start with as well. Very muted, very subtle. And so for that and more, if there's things that you want to check out on the site, if there's things you think deserve to be on the site sleeper segment, let us know in the comments.
Hey, I don't know if you guys knew this, but it is still cold as balls outside, which means you got to be bundling up, get by a fire with some nice warm glass of hot cocoa. Or if you're more of a, daredevil, you can always hit the slopes and, see what you got, pizza and French fry, however you do it on the skiing aspect of it. But anyway, this is just a bit of a clever lead into Flannel Pack, baby. So Flannel Pack is going to be coming your way Thursday, January 15th, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hack Club app, as well as in select Hack Club locations. This is going to be a gorgeous six-pack of flannel-based headwear. Obviously, you can see some two-tones in the front, but realistically, all of these are going to have different shapes and colorways about them that I'm going to go slowly through them for you guys, just so you're not left in the dark as far as details or, thrown through a loop. But anyway, of course, I'm going to start with the two tones here. So we are starting off with the San Francisco Giants. So black for the crown and, of course, that flannel colorway for the button and the upper visor. Key detail to keep note of here is the fact that the white is one of the flannel colorways there. Side patch on this one's going to be the 2007 All-Star Game, which I feel like, you know, the way we finished off 2025, the way we're starting 2026, it is going to be kind of more of a prevalent side patch just because of a lot of the color detail that matches in with the crown and upper visor colorways going forward. Black and white flat stitch baddie on the back. Good gray under visor, white sweatband this time with the Hat Club tag on the inside. And all these are going to be made in Bangladesh. All right, next up, the last of the two specific two-tones, Northside Chicago Cubs. So black crown once again, flannel detailing for the upper visor and the button. And as you can see, that is going to be an optic white for the bare face. So alt, which is going to be the Ryan Sandberg era, as I always call it. And then metallic silver, metallic pewter for the interior details of the bare face, as well as the circle logo around the logo. And, you know, wouldn't be a Chicago Cubs hat without a 1990 All-Star Game side patch. And yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. If you're catching little hints of blue and green in the outskirts of that side patch, Auntie Iris, baby. So moving on into the all flannel styles. And like I said, I'm going to go kind of slowly through these because there are very important details to catch. More so if you look at from the bird's eye view, because as you can see, some of the panels on the flannel are going to be white and some of them are going to have hints of khaki in there. So while these aren't technically two tones, in some cases they are, but I'll kind of go an explanation about that. But Houston Astros going with the mid-90s open star logo. So metallic gold for the interior, white exterior. 35 great years, in which case the colorway for this one blends in perfectly with all the flannel details. Once again, this is going to be a good gray under visor, white sweatband, Hat Club tag in the inside. These ones are going to be cotton just because of the fact that it's the all flannel for the crown and the upper visor. But once again, it is very thick, not like aggressively thick, like it's still soft enough, but it's not like a typical cotton thin thickness. Just kind of feels like a flannel t-shirt. All right, moving on into the New York Yankees, because of course every collection is going to have a Yankee involved with this one. So this is where the two-tone styling, as you can see from the bird's eye, is going to come into play, because the panels up here for the flannel are going to have the white element to them, while the upper visor is going to have more of the khaki styling. Now, as far as the other colors, which I may not have mentioned already, you're going to have some black, you're going to have some navy blue, some dark royal, some red, a little bit of yellow as far as the stripes are concerned. This one for the Yankees is going to be a 1949 World Series side patch. This one also going to have a navy blue New Era flag on the side. Navy blue, red, and white, I think perfectly as far as the flat stitch baddie on the back. But all the interior details are going to be the exact same as the Astros one I just showed off. All right. Last two we got for you. Both of these are actually going to be two tones. I feel like personally this is going to be the sleeper of the collection. So Minnesota Twins script for the front, which I think goes in perfectly, one, because of team colorway, but two, you know, when you're thinking of like hitting the slopes, I mean, Minnesota is definitely somewhere up on the list. But these ones are going to have a navy blue button, navy blue upper visor. And this one is actually like a split combination between the elements of the khaki as well as the white. So kind of more of a flannel pinwheel styling, if you will. Navy blue New Era logo on one side and the 2014 All-Star Game side patch on the other. Last but not least, of course, your reigning World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers. So for any of you who like to go to Mammoth or Big Bear, this is the hat for you. Once again, navy blue button and upper visor. Same as the Minnesota Twins, where there is a bit of a pinwheel styling between the khaki and the white as far as the flannel details. And this one's going to be the 50th anniversary of Dodger Stadium. So obviously my personal favorite in regard to side patches. Navy blue New Era flag on the opposite side. Flat stitch baddie in red, white, and navy blue. And once again, good gray under visor, white sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, made in Bangladesh. But yeah, just a reminder for you guys, if you want to pick up Flannel Pack, Thursday, as in tomorrow, January 15th, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, hatclub.com, Hat Club app, as well as in select Hat Club locations.
So, guys, as always, you can't have a new year resolutions, more spice, more diversity. And to kick off 2026, we have our first variety pack that is arriving. Excited. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 New Era 5950 styles coming at you guys on January the 20th. This is going to be the 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11, 12, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for my time wizards out there. Hackclub.com, and this pack will have a Hack Club app exclusive in it and a new logo that you guys may not nor have ever seen. So let's really get into it, guys. So first up, we have a hat that kicks incredibly dope shit. If you know, you know. If you were a fan of Ox Pack, maybe this hat looks something like what you've seen before. This was an app exclusive at one point, bringing it back, remixing it a little bit. So we have the Pittsburgh Pirates side patch here. Good PNC Park patch. You have the red, the blue, the yellow, and then obviously for the Batterman, again, if you have the hat, you know, metallic green, blue, red. This is going to be a gray UV, black sweatband, Hat Club badge on the inside, and this will be made in China. It's a stone crown, so this is not off-white. This is stone. Speaking of bringing things back in a new way, Ben's 2025 World Series champs with a new look.
Yes!
A very, very new look. An all-navy Detroit Tigers, and maybe you notice that this logo's got some stripes. So some very good stripes here on this Detroit Tigers. Side patch is going to be, if you remember the brick by brick pack that we did last year, very similar side patch here, the All-Star game for Detroit. If you also were able to pick up, it was Mark's Tigers from the Ambassador pack. That was now a couple years ago, I think now. You probably have that side patch as well. Team color for the Batterman, so seashell, navy, and orange. This is going to be a Kelly green UV, black sweatband, Hat Club badge on the inside of this. And yeah, you guessed it, made in China. Big shouts out to the Detroit family and friends out there. DJ Killer Squid, my guy Jamerson, my guy Mark. I know that this is probably going to be a hat a lot of them are definitely going to want to pick up. Very, very nice one.
No, yeah,
Number two,
a really good hat.
Number three, if you got questions, I got answers.
Fuck!
Philadelphia Phillies, off-white, black top visor, red button. And if you had the throwback, which the Sixers have worn, the older style Philadelphia 76ers jerseys, you guessed it. This is a crossover. Very, very nicely done here. You got that metallic gold on the front, star for the Phillies, and a brand spanking new 2026 All-Star Game patch for Philadelphia. I'm not jealous that they have a nice patch because Atlanta had a nice patch too. But Philadelphia, very, very nice patch. I see this one being used a lot in the coming years. Gold, black, and red. Very, very much reminiscent of the throwback Philadelphia 76ers jerseys. Gray UV, black sweatband, Hat Club badge on the inside. And like the others, you guessed it, made in China. This is a hat for people that like to go to juke joints.
Wow.
And that might get a little bit scary after, from dusk until dawn. A very, very nice Minnesota Twins logo, one we don't see very often. The M, in particular, we typically see the TC a little bit more, but I really like that we went with the M here. And then, a couple of twins on the side of this hat, maybe a couple of twins, in a movie that may or may not have come out, open the juke joint, and some things may have happened. And, ooh, is that a red Batterman?
Uh-huh.
I think one could say that this is the lost horror pack from last year that has just now come in. So very good Minnesota Twins, black crown, black top visor, black squatchy. You have a good, essentially maize and red color combination in the front. Good twins on the side. Almost looking like that very, dusk, dawny type of thing on the side patch. All red Batterman right here. Kelly green UV, black sweatband, Hat Club badge on the inside, and like the others in this pack, made in China. For my Houstonians out there, I have not a full-bodied bird, but a very vibrant parrot. We have almost a pistachio, squatchy, yellow top crown, yellow top visor, and in the interior of that, yes, Auntie Iris did pay this H star a visit. And you can also just kind of see it on the outline there that there is metallic iris on the exterior of that star. The star is split, so darker orange on the right, a little bit of a lighter orange on the left. A very nice toucan, not a toucan, but a parrot sitting on the the left side of that H. And then Auntie Iris definitely did pay this World Series patch a visit right here. So this is the World Series from 2011. Basically, the all interior of this is metallic iris, and you have metallic gold for the World Series script and the trophy. This is going to be a yellowed out primary logo for the Houston Astros on the back, gray UV, black sweatband, and surprisingly, no Hat Club badge on the inside of this one, but this one, like the others, made in China. And forgive me for my ornithological buffs out there. I knew it was a parrot. I don't know why I said toucan, but in the moment of the show that you guys have been waiting for, we are showing off a brand new Detroit logo that's not been done before until now. I present to you the Motor City Kitty. So if you are familiar with the sliding bison, you are now familiar with the sliding tiger. With the dust up behind you, navy for the obviously the primary color for the Detroit Tigers. Pretty much a hat that is all in the Detroit Tigers colors. So this is going to be a chrome white top crown, navy top visor, navy squanchy. This is going to be a no side patch and have that new era flag on the opposite side. Team color batterman. So you're going to have navy, you're going to have white, you're going to have orange. It's going to be a Kelly green UV, black sweatband, Hat Club badge on the inside of this, and like the other hats in this variety pack, made in China.
Yeah.
And in chat, let us know. This had it in my left hand, which is probably going to be on the right hand side of your screen, is the swinging tiger. So this is one that we definitely are no longer able to use. It's no longer in the catalog. Yeah, this is actually optic white. This one is chrome white. So let us know which logo you're feeling more. Are you feeling the swinging tiger, or are you feeling Motor City Kitty? I feel like Motor City Kitty is going to be probably the most used logo of 2026 for the.
I agree with that.
I really feel like a lot of people are going to get really creative with this. Yeah. And speaking of people getting very creative, you know that we can't have one without the second.
What?
And I said that there was going to be an app exclusive, the first app exclusive, as a matter of fact, of 2026. And I'm not lying.
Oh my God!
We have now the gray uni Motor City Kitty, and my brother AB Oscar, I'm sure got it for him. Is already rocking it. The very, very nice app exclusive Motor City Kitty here. So this is going to be the tribute and a nod to the gray unis that the Detroit Tigers wear from time to time with the navy and the orange. So you're going to have dolphin gray for the top crown color, navy for the squanchy, navy for the top visor. You already are very familiar now with this front logo.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the side patch, we are going Detroit Tigers World Series. So it's going to have navy, a little bit of maroon in there, a little bit of gold in there. Team color baddies. So you're going to have navy, you're going to have orange, you're going to have white. Kelly green UV, just like its cousin. Black sweatband, Hat Club badge on the inside. And yes, made in China. Releasing again January the 20th. So I'll be 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, hatclub.com, Hat Club app. You know what I'm going to say, guys? Go get you some. Go get some diversity 2026.
Well, all right, guys. This was the latest episode of Recap. As always, it's always a pleasure, talking hats, talking good crowns with my brothers and you guys. Yeah. As always, if you want to go ahead and you missed, the premiere, there's always, the full episode in our YouTube page. So subscribe, like, and turn your noties so you guys never miss an episode. And as always, Tef, Ben, any last words?
I'll let you go first, Tef.
Now, listen, man, I'm just going to say, have fast fingers on the 20th. Motor City Kitty. I'm calling it now. Most used Detroit logo of this year. Don't check me, check the air quality. That's just what I got to say about that.
Couldn't agree more with that statement. And on top of which, probably the most hype variety pack I've been, about for a while, actually. Yeah. But more importantly, so after this episode airs, if you guys don't see me for a while, a lot of it's going to be on the basis of whatever happens this Oregon-Indiana game. I may have to, just a man's got to wander from time to time and go on a bit of a vision quest. So hopefully go Ducks into the Natty against Miami. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Get out of here.